All right. We are live once again. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rhode Island Red Rooster, and we are live to talk about again The Captain Goes Down with the Ship Part 2. The Captain Goes Down with the Ship Part 2. So as you guys come in, give me an audio check, let me know everything and stuff is good. It's rather cold tonight, so I gotta run the truck and stuff. But before we dive into it again, give me an audio check. Dior, what's going on with you, my guy? All right. So my audio, let's see. First one, what's up, brother? No, you're not, Mr. Turner. Audio's good, Rooster, what's going on? That is Mr. Robbins. All right. Okay. We was discussing yesterday about the young man that was convicted in Colorado and stuff, and so they got a lot of misinformation and stuff that's going on. So I had a chance to do some research, and now I understand why he was sentenced to 110 years. I understand why he was sentenced to 110 years and stuff. So for people that say that it's excessive, leasing and losing at the best, oh man, that ain't good. That's not good and stuff, man. We got to see if we can get that turned around. Things will get better. Things will get better and stuff. You just gotta figure out what the problem is first and stuff. Create the solution and then implement it. That's in everything that you do and stuff. So just don't feel bad. That's what I'm saying. Just do better. But yeah, it was a lot of misinformation going on, right, about why he was sentenced to 110 years and stuff. So I did some research and I found out why, right? Which I say that for everybody that's up here talking about, well, the sentence was too excessive, right? What I want to say about this young man is that this man has made a series of bad decisions. He's made a series of bad decisions, and these bad decisions have pretty much cost him his life now. Okay. Let's see. Funny had a convo with higher ups, and Bloom started getting better loads and stuff. That's right. I mean, meditation and stuff like that. I mean, whatever your form of spirituality is, whatever your form of spirituality is and stuff like that. I mean, it's just a reflection of. All right, Brandon, what's going on with you? It's just a reflection and stuff, man, on what you did and what you can do, because sometimes that's what it takes, so, whatever tool and stuff works that will help you get to your goal, All right. So, here's what happened, right? And after this, I'm not going to have any more conversation and stuff about it. At the company, okay, well, hey. Okay, got you. All right, got you. Okay, I misunderstood. I misunderstood, Yeah, high ups and stuff like that, I think of spirituality and stuff like that, so, forgive me. But yeah, that also works too, yeah. It also works too, getting the business people involved and stuff, man. Hey, listen, we need to have a discussion, But I hope that the discussion was based upon business and not something that was a waste of time. All right. So, this what happened. The guy was charged with the vehicle manslaughter stuff, and so he had 42 counts. He had 42 counts. So he pled not guilty. He pled not guilty. And so he went to trial. His case went to trial. They took it to trial, and he was found guilty by a jury of his peers. He was found guilty by a jury of his peers and stuff. And so because of that, it goes into the next step now and stuff. What is the judge going to do? He was convicted on 42 counts. He was convicted on all 42 counts and stuff. And 26 of those counts were felonies. 26 of those counts and stuff were felonies. And Colorado has the mandatory minimum sentence. That state still has mandatory minimums and stuff, man. So all that together and stuff with the judge having to make the decision about his sentencing and stuff like that, that's when they gave him 110 years in prison. They gave him 110 years and stuff. So I don't know who his representation was, but his representation didn't do him no justice, because you see, when he was charged, right? When he was charged and stuff, the prosecuting attorney and your representation and stuff, man, they try to come together to make some kind of plea deal, you know? And he could have pleaded out and stuff, man, with a lesser charge and stuff, right? Or it could have been the same charge and stuff, man. They probably told him and stuff, hey, look, this is what we're going to charge you with. If you plead, then this is the time you're going to have to serve and stuff. And so his representation came back, and he must have said no deal. So he said, all right, well, we're going to trial. And so when you go to court, right? When you go to court, understand something is that when you go to court and stuff, man, it costs money, okay? It costs money. It costs time and stuff, man, and they're going to make you pay one way or the other. They're going to make you pay one way or the other. That thing is that, you know, they probably tried, they went in there, they talked to him and stuff. I'm pretty sure the prosecuting attorney let him know. He said, man, hey, listen, if you don't take this deal, right, and you're convicted, then we're going to sentence you to the maximum. We're going to sentence you to the maximum and stuff. And so whoever his representation was and stuff, right? He said he wanted to go to trial. Well, there it is right there. He wanted to go to trial. He was convicted of a jury of his peers and stuff. And so that's why he got the 110. That's why he got the 110 years. I don't see why anyone is surprised by that. I don't see why anybody's surprised by it and stuff, man. Well, it's excessive. Well, he was charged with 42 counts. So whoever his representation was, or what, you know, they definitely wasn't giving him, well, I ain't gonna say it wasn't his representation, more like his self, you know. He made another bad decision. His first decision was not sending that truck over there into that exit ramp and stuff, man. And that second decision was taking this thing to trial, you know. Well, I'm gonna say this. His second decision was taking this thing to trial with poor representation. Going in there with poor representation, because I see a lot of people do similarities and stuff to talk about, oh well, he killed 4 people. What about this other woman over here in Michigan that killed these 3 children? Well, there's a reason why people get short amount of time and stuff like that. You know, she took the plea deal and stuff, but a lot of times the families, the victims' families and stuff, they go up there and stuff and they say, well, look, a lot of the decision making and stuff can be on behalf of the families and stuff. So if the families say, well, hey, listen, I don't think that she should get the maximum or whatever stuff, you know, the district attorneys are willing to cut a plea based upon the victims and the victims' families. If they come in there and stuff, some of the things that they say is very reflective, because see, they're servants of the people. They're servants of the people and stuff, and when they don't do the job of the people, then when it comes up for election and all that stuff, they boot them on out of there. Yeah, he had a bond. Yeah, he had a bond. They set his bond at $400,000. His bond was set at $400,000. And so that's the deal there and stuff, man. It's not, you know, people talk about it was an accident and all that stuff there. Yeah, it was an accident. Okay, but he chose to take this thing to trial with poor representation. And when you go in with poor representation stuff, those district attorneys and stuff, they let you know, man, hey, look, if we take this thing to trial, you're prosecuting it, you know, whoever your representative is and stuff like that. If they say, you know, a lot of times you go to trial based upon what the lawyer can do for you. If he say, well, look, hey, man, this district attorney is offering this, they try to get you the best deal that they can, but they let you know, hey, listen, there's a real good chance we can beat this case. There's a real good chance we can beat this case. And so when you go to trial based upon your representation. If they say, man, look, hey, we can win this thing and stuff, let's take it to trial, that's what they do. But you know, ultimately it's up to you. Ultimately it's up to you and stuff, you know, but legal counsel and stuff, that's the reason why you got legal counsel. That's why you hire legal counsel, because they understand the language of the courts and stuff. And so, you know, they sit down with the district attorney and they let them know what's going on. And so, see, the judge, you know, the judge and stuff, he's supposed to be neutral about the fact. But I mean, again, that prosecuting attorney and that judge and stuff, you know, they kind of get a good understanding. Okay, this dude got poor representation, and you know, when you go in there and stuff, man, and they say, you know, waste the court's time and stuff like that, they make you pay for it, you know. Too many cases and stuff I seen where people had poor representation. They go up in the court and stuff like that, and they just get the book thrown out. So, you know, that's the deal there. He got 110 years because of bad decision making, man. And this dude, he just completely wrecked his life. He just completely wrecked his life and stuff, man. So let this be a lesson, right? Let this be a lesson and stuff. You see, when you're the captain of the ship, and stuff, is that you got to understand, okay, you're in charge of the vessel. And so sometimes it's a truck, sometimes it's a car, and a lot of times it's your life. And so what this dude wasn't willing to do, he wasn't willing to go down with the ship, because this is something that people don't really say, but I'm gonna say it to you so it can resonate with you and stuff. And so you got to make this hard decision. A lot of things, you know, we are the captains. We're the captains of this ship. And being the captain sometimes and stuff, you're forced to have to make some decisions that you don't like to make, that you ordinarily wouldn't want to make, but given the situation that you're in, these are sometimes your options. And so he was in trouble. When he hit those brakes, he understood this truck ain't stopping. So I got to make a decision, and I got to make one now. I can't be getting on the phone and stuff. I can't be asking anybody and stuff what to do or whatever. I got to take charge. I got to take control now. So when you panic, it was based upon you being unprepared. So when he missed that on-ramp over there at the 156, and that ramp is a mile long. It's a mile and a half long, actually. It's a mile and a half long and stuff. You hit the brakes, you find out you ain't got no brakes. You got a whole right lane over there and stuff, right, that you can aim that truck towards. And ain't no cars and stuff over there. So what he was thinking is that if I just keep going, right? If I just keep going, the hill, I'm gonna run into some kind of hill, and the truck will stop on its own and stuff, right? Is that, you know, I'll have enough momentum and stuff that the truck will stop. You know, he obviously never traveled that road and stuff, because if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have made that decision and stuff to go over there on that on ramp. Because let's just say that the traffic wasn't bagged up. Let's just say he had a clear shot. Let's say he had a clear shot that there were no cars and stuff on the road, and he still had that same problem and stuff, right, with the truck. He still had that same problem with the truck with no brakes and stuff, right? He barreling down that highway at 100 some odd miles an hour and stuff, right? He had the accident at the 163. So let's just say no cars and stuff was there. There was nowhere where the hill and stuff would have led up to a point to where the truck would have lost speed and stuff on its own. Now, for anybody that travels that highway and stuff, right, that I-70 over in Lakewood, you notice that past the 265, the 265 past the TA is a real sharp curve and stuff that's over there. Even if there was no traffic and stuff there, he still would have flipped the truck over at 120. There's no way he could have made that turn at 100 miles an hour. I mean, and you steady picking up speed. You steady picking up speed and stuff, man. Call it back later. You steady picking up speed. So what happens is he looking for a break and he didn't get one. So what do you do in a situation like that? You're a captain. You're a captain. And as a captain, as a leader and stuff, man, are you willing to take one? Are you willing to take one for the team? Are you willing to do what it takes and stuff, man, to make sure that others don't get hurt? And the duty of performing your job, right? Are you willing to protect others? Because his brakes failed, right? But there's a series of things that's going to happen to you out here in trucking that's going to require you to have to make some decisions that you just don't like. Because remember, these trucks are built by the hands of man. They're built by the hands of man. And we got a lot of human error and stuff that goes on out here. Somebody cuts you off. Somebody breaks in front of you. What are you going to do? Somebody breaks in front of you and stuff like that. It's so many scenarios and stuff, right? But the thing is, are you willing to give your life to make sure that others don't get hurt in the process? That's the real question. That's the real commitment and stuff, man, in this industry that we don't talk about. Are you willing to risk your life so that others don't get harmed? Because if you're not, then this ain't the profession for you. I'm here to tell you that this ain't the profession for you. Because my thing is, I do the very best that I can every single day operating this equipment. But then there's some things and stuff, as unfortunate as it is, there may be some things and stuff that's beyond my control that I have to make a decision on. Is it going to be my life or theirs? And should a person lose their life? Should a person lose their life behind something that's going on with you? And my thing is that, look, me, if it was me in that situation there and stuff, the truck would have went off the mountain. And I just would have took my chances. Because I can't live with that on my conscience, that my actions led to the death of some people, because I'm trying to save the vessel. I'm trying to save the truck. I'm trying to save the load. I'm thinking that things are gonna be a little bit better if I just keep on going and stuff, and not knowing what's ahead of me. That's the reality. That's the reality. It's always that possibility that you're gonna lose your life behind a situation and stuff that happens out here on the road. That's the reality. It's not a talked about reality, but it's a reality nonetheless. You know, things happen out here and stuff, and so you can keep your equipment up to par as much as you want. You can have brand new brakes, brand new tires. You can have brand new brakes, brand new tires, brand new airlines and stuff. You can have a brand new truck and trailer. But you know, there are elements and there are things and stuff that's out here that can cause these type of things and stuff to fail. And so, you know, when you're put in that situation, it's going to cause you and stuff, man, it's going to cause you to have to make, you're going to be given an option, so to speak. And those options and stuff are not going to be very good options. It's either I survive or they survive. Either I survive or they survive. And so my thing is and stuff, man, how much a brand new brakes? It all depends on where you go. It all depends on where you go and stuff, man. I mean, you know, you can get some brakes. You can get some brakes and stuff, man, as low as $30 a pad. And then I seen them get as high and stuff as $100 a pad. But you know, let's just say his brakes locked up. Let's say his brakes work and stuff, and then your brakes locked up and stuff, right? And so now the control of your truck and stuff, right? You got limited control and stuff of your truck. And so you got two options. You can either say, hey, I'm gonna point this thing and stuff towards somewhere else and stuff where it won't hit somebody, or B, I just take my chances and barrel into somebody and stuff. You know, it's so many scenarios and stuff that I can throw at you. But see, you know, we don't really talk about these things and stuff because we don't want to look at it as a point of us being unsafe, or us saying that, well, you know, that we don't know what we're doing, so on and so forth. But these elements and stuff are real. You know, you're going down the highway and stuff, you hit a patch of ice. You know, now you got a car. You got a car and stuff like that. And you got a decision. Do you keep this thing straight? Or do you aim it somewhere else and stuff, man, and make sure that nobody else get into any kind of harm? You know, it's just like the airplane pilot. You know, we got what's called the Eisenhower Act. You know, the Eisenhower Highway Act, which means that for you got to have so many stretch of road. You know, your highways and stuff, they got to have so many miles and stuff, man, a straight highway. And that's in case if an airplane gets in distress. If the airplane gets in distress and stuff, then, you know, the highway becomes a runway and stuff. And so it's a series of things that they have to do. They let law enforcement know what's going on. They shut down the highway. And if the plane can land on the highway and stuff, then that's what they do. But, you know, it's given an option. You know, they given an option. You look at that, what's that guy, Scully? You know, U.S. Airways and stuff like that. The guy, you know, he took off from Newark Airport and stuff, right? He hit those birds. He had engine failure. So his three options was either go to LaGuardia, it was either go to LaGuardia, go to JFK, or make it over there to Teterboro and stuff. And so everybody got upset with him because he put the plane in the Hudson. He put the plane in the Hudson and stuff. And so, you know, what he had to think about, okay, I can't go to LaGuardia. I can't go to LaGuardia because I ain't got enough altitude. I ain't got enough power. So if I keep going there and stuff, I got to fly over Manhattan. I got to fly over Manhattan. I got to make it over Manhattan and Brooklyn to get to LaGuardia. Same thing to go to JFK and stuff. And so he got it turned around. And stuff. So they were saying, how come he didn't come back how come he didn't go to Teterboro and stuff? And so he couldn't make it. He said, we're going to have to put it in the Hudson and stuff. And so a lot of people started questioning him. But the thing was, what he had to do, save lives. Now, yeah, you thinking about what's best for your, you're thinking about your passenger and stuff, but you got to also think about everybody and stuff that's around you. They tell you what to do when you on the plane, right? Brace, keep your seatbelt on and stuff like that. Get into the bracing position. That's the best you can do for the people on the plane. But what about the other people and stuff that's out, the houses? They ain't got no warning. They ain't got no warning stuff. So he say, man, look, I got to put this thing in the field somewhere. I got to put it in the field somewhere. I got to put it away from people. They don't think about the plane crashing and stuff, but the thing is, the pilot has to do what's best for Sean Brown. What's going on with you? Fat Daddy, what's going on with you? You gotta think about, as a captain and stuff, man, you gotta do what's gonna save lives and stuff, even if it costs you your own life. And trucking is no different. That's why we don't do things foolishly out here and stuff. That's the first thing. Don't do anything foolish. Don't do nothing reckless that's gonna put you in a position to where you now have to take safety precautions or whatever. Quit flying and stuff in the parking lot. Going down the highway and stuff at 70, 80 mile an hour and stuff when you can't handle the truck. Keep the truck at safe speed, safe distance. When people cut you off, right? When people cut you off, it's something that you got to anticipate. Because they tell you, you got to be the professional. I was about to go live. Oh, Calvin, what's going on? Hey, Calvin. Hey, Calvin, you missing the East Coast yet and stuff? Because it ain't snowing over here. It's cold. It's cold, Calvin, but it ain't snowing. And I got held up and stuff, man, almost as long as you did. But I didn't have no back roads to worry about and stuff, right? I ain't had to drive on snow and ice. I'm just saying, That's how I get down over here in the East Coast. In case you need to report or whatever, But I mean, hey, if it works for you, right? But yeah, though, I mean that's it. But Calvin, yeah, I see. Yeah, I mean that's absolutely the point, man. It's just he made a series of bad decisions, and as us being drivers and stuff, man, if you ain't willing to put your life on, the line, Kareem the truck, what's going on with you? If you ain't willing to put your life on the line and stuff to save others, then don't even get in this profession. So don't be surprised and stuff when you sitting up there in that courtroom and stuff, and you gotta take your chances and stuff in there. He's saying, man, dude, he wake up with nightmares and stuff like that mess with him. I'm like, hey, but that's the decision that you made and stuff, man, because I can't live with that. I can't live with that and stuff, man. Me killing some people and stuff, man. So I'm like, hey, if I got to send that truck off the mountain and stuff, man, then hey, brace for impact. I might survive. If I survive, then if I survive and stuff, and I ain't too jacked up and stuff like that, you know. I got to go to rehab and all that good stuff there. They might give me a careless and reckless, but that's something I can fight. That's something I can fight and stuff, man. You know, that's when we can start doing some investigating. When, hey, man, listen, the equipment failed and stuff. What was I supposed to do? You know, this is what happened. Insurance will pay you off and stuff. You know, you get a new truck, new trailer, whatever. You know, if you survive, and you know, you may lose a couple things. You might lose, you know, you might lose an arm and a leg or something like that. That's a real possibility. So if you know that these things and stuff is true, yeah, you got a story to tell, right? But you see, with these possibilities and stuff, that's why you got to make sure your insurance and stuff straight. Make sure your medical insurance and stuff is straight. You know, because you don't, the time to be worried, the time not to be worried, well, the time to be worried about all that stuff is not when you in the midst of the situation and saying, well, you know what, daggone, man, you know. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know, now you got that mental stress on you, stuff like that. So I'm like, I mean, and dude, that's some hard stuff to break. Cause therapy can't even get you right. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to live with that and stuff, man. I'm like, dude, hey, I can live with the fact of flipping this truck over. I can't live with the fact that I killed some people. You know, I can live with the fact, hey man, I flipped the truck over and stuff, man. You know, I had to do what I had to do. But you know, it was either me or them and stuff, and so I chose me. You know, so you're the captain of the ship. So what kind of captain you gonna be? You gonna be an honorable captain, or you gonna be a ruthless captain? You know. And so when you see that type of stuff that goes on there, and then people ask the question, why is it trucking doesn't really have the integrity? Why is it that they don't give us the respect? Because we don't have no integrity. We're willing to say, man, hey, listen, I'll kill y'all before a lot of y'all are dying stuff before myself. You know, people piss you off. Let's see, I would have. Yeah, I mean, he obviously he don't know the he didn't know the area. So top 10 most dangerous lists every year, right? You know, it's a risk every single day and stuff out here, man. It's a risk every single day and stuff. I'm like, things can happen to you, and you know, some of the stuff you might not have control over. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter. Your truck can be A1. It can be top shelf. You can have all the safety equipment up there. Hey, look at look at all the mega carriers and stuff like that. They got EAT-VORAD systems, rollover systems, and all types of systems and stuff under the sun. Poe, what's going on with you? They got all these type of systems and stuff, and yet they still having accidents. They still rolling trucks over and stuff like that. You know, they still having a lot of fatalities, despite the fact that they got all this equipment up here. You know, they got cameras and tracking devices and devices that's, you know, supposed to slow the truck down and all that stuff there, and yet, you know, they still leading fatalities or whatever and stuff, right? But then guess who get blamed? The industry, you know, the industry all together. You know, the DOT and stuff, you know, who they pull, the DOT pull over known operator. Okay, at least 2 operated by, yeah, come on in here in the scale. But you know, the people that, you know, the company trucks and stuff like that, okay, go on, roll on by. go and roll on buying stuff. And so here it is, after you done got a level 1 inspection and stuff, and you leaving the scale house, now they got a daggone 5-6 mile bag up because that same company truck that he let slide on buying stuff that had an accident up the road. Now everything shut down. You know, we captains of the ship, whether you like it or not. When you step up in this seat right here, when you step up in this seat, if you ain't willing to give your life for the situation and stuff, man, then hey, don't get in it. Go do something else. Do something else where you ain't got to risk your life. Because that's what it means and stuff, man, to sit up here in this seat. Hey, look, I commit myself to make sure that I do the very best job that I can do and stuff. And if I have to give my life to protect others out here, then so be it. And that's it right there and stuff, you know. I don't like it. I like to live. I want to live. I want to go home to my family and stuff like that, you know. So I try to do the very best that I can. I mean, you know, hey, you got fools and stuff out here on this highway and stuff, and, you know, you got to anticipate that. You got to anticipate and stuff, man. So, you know, my thing is I just got to be a little bit safer for not just me, but for the people who don't really understand the severity. Let's see what you guys see. A company truck the other day out there in the field, and I think he was following his GPS a little too well. Right. You know, we got to develop our skills and stuff like that, man. We got to go back to the basics. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. When I get up in this truck and stuff, man, if I don't have one of these right here, if I don't have this right here, I can't drive this truck. I can't drive it. If I don't have a trucker's atlas, or if I can't get somewhere and stuff to get one, I can't drive that truck. I can't drive that truck and stuff, man. I'm like, you know, everything else, I can, you know, everything. I can go to Walmart, you know, and get that stuff. If I ain't got no trucker road atlas, I ain't driving no truck. Period. I can't drive the truck, period and stuff, man. Dude, that's like driving naked. Like, you know, you see these guys and stuff, they got all these you know, I don't really understand that, man. I don't really you got all these GPSs and stuff in the window. That ain't cool, man. You know, you going to one place and you got 4 GPSs, you know, what's the whole the only benefit I see of a GPS is that it lets you know and stuff of an accident ahead. But if we just simply use our CBs, if we use the CB radio and stuff, right, then that's all you need, right? You know, Joe, that's all you need, man. Your CB and your map. You got that, man. You know, the GPS, it got all the little cool features and stuff on and everything, you know. And I mean, they look kind of cool, but man, people just get real obsessive with it. I'm seeing guys making videos. You got 4-5 GPSs and stuff at one time. I'm like, I mean, dude, what do you need with all that stuff? Right. You know, what do you need with all that stuff, man? I mean, good gracious. It just, like I said, the only thing I see a GPS really do is the GPS will let you know if it's an accident ahead. But I mean, let's see. Need that CB. That's how I get around the scale. Yeah, you know, yeah. I mean, but heck, you can't even get guys and stuff to get on the CB and stuff and let you know what's going on without somebody trolling and all that stuff there. You know, they got to tell you they ain't got no panties on and all that stuff there. This a man telling you that. Say Aguilera turned this deal into a deadly situation. He had 15 minutes to think about it. Yeah. You know, it's a bad deal, man. It's a bad deal. Now he got 110 years. He got 110 years, man. You know, that's how we did it back in the day. They when they asked local drivers for directions and shipping to see. Yeah, you know, My favorite are the ones that get stuck on the low bridges. Cracks me up every time. Yeah, I mean, hey man, the basics are the best. And that's the thing there. It's just the GPS don't make things efficient. I'm sorry, they just, it doesn't matter what kind of feature and stuff that's up there. I was looking for a place the other day and stuff on the GPS, and they told me the place was on the right hand side. It was on the left hand side. Put the address in, the whole 9 yards, so it's just, I mean, it give you somewhat, you can kind of see what the place looks like, right? You can see what it looks like and stuff like that, but still, you got to go with the basics, man. You got to go with the basics. You got to get that map. I mean, back in the day, like, every year around this same time, the new, we had we going in 2022, so they be rolling out the 2022 Atlas and stuff. Man, you couldn't find them in the truck stop, man. The second they hit the shelf or whatever, they have sales on the they had the sales on the old maps, but the new maps, they couldn't keep them. They couldn't keep them, man. They sold out. That new Atlas come, man. Look, you got the new Atlas. Yeah, point of reference, right? That's how it was back in the day when them new Atlases came out and stuff, man. Okay, you try to get the I'm gonna tell you, if you got the laminated ones, and stuff, man, you was a king of the crop right there. Most of us, I always got the paper one and stuff, TBE, what's going on with you? I always got the paper one and stuff, like you keep it for about 2 months or whatever, then it start falling apart on you. It started falling apart. Mr. B, what's going on? But yeah, that laminated one, you got to kind of think, okay, hey, listen, that laminated, I'm kind of making an investment and stuff, right? But, the new Atlas and stuff, they're going to be rolling out. And stuff, man. And, sometimes they print them out. They come out maybe 3-4 months and stuff ahead of schedule. Yeah, you get two. You had to get 2 of them, yeah. Man, shoot, you flip that page and stuff like that, and it tearing in, you miss, or it wind up falling out the book or whatever and stuff like that, and then you go looking for it and you can't find the state, like, oh man, oh no, like, oh man, I can't drive. I don't even know where I'm going. But man, but that's the deal there and stuff, like even now and stuff, I mean, I can memorize a lot of stuff, but that's, let's see, I missed a trucker friend. Truck stop directory. Yeah. But you got to look at it. What, why do we transition? What is that Atlas and where do you get it from? But you got to look though, like a lot of these things we used to do, a lot of things we used to participate in, we don't do it now and stuff. And so it's like, what happened, we see the breed and stuff for driving stuff that's coming in here. A lot of people that got respect and integrity and stuff like that, they just, man, I mean, they just becoming relics of the past now and stuff. You got guys getting out here now, and just like this whole YouTube thing and stuff like that, you got guys that want to fight you. They want to literally throw hands and stuff like that because you talking about business on YouTube. You talking about how to get people set up in business, and then you got another guy hating you so much and stuff, man. I mean, he talking about calling your company and calling your company and all this stuff, following you, going to your mechanic shops and all your little hangout spots and stuff like that. That's how much hate You know, that's how much hate people got out here and stuff, right? That's how much hate we got, you know, people got out here there and stuff. You know, this how out of whack it's got, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Meet me at the mall and all that, you know, that sort of thing there. You just making videos and stuff, man, about business. Just talking about your life, just talking about an opinion that you have and stuff that's not speaking about any person specifically, just a situation and say, well, this is what I would do to handle a situation to hopefully help others and stuff, man, not make those same mistakes. Oh, they ready to fight you now. They ready to fight you and everything. They trying to find out where you live and all that stuff there. Okay, where he going on vacation at? Yeah, I'm going over there too and stuff like that. He gonna catch these hands. You know? You know what I'm saying? I mean that, but see, that's the type of people we dealing with in trucking. This is the type of people we dealing with in trucking. But then these same grown-up people, they want folk to get out here and respect them. They want people to get out here and respect them, man. You know, so let's see what you got. Let's see, I can only imagine how feel going down 85 miles an hour and stuff. Yeah, it's a good feeling if you got control of the truck. But you know, this dude right here and stuff, I mean, hey, he you know, he going down, he barreling down the highway and stuff like that, and all he was thinking about, hey man, there's gonna be some better roads and stuff ahead, and surprise, it won't any, because it's all downhill. Let's just say he would have made it around that curve. There was nothing to slow that truck down. It's all downhill. It's all downhill. There's nothing to slow that thing down. The seats were soaked. Yeah. You know, cause I mean, and you know, like I said, it's amazing to me and stuff. Like, it's amazing to me, like the accidents and stuff that wind up killing people. The accident that wind up killing. The person that caused it always survives somehow. And I'm like, you know, if you look at the equipment, oh, what's going on, Army guy? There's nothing left of the equipment. Car, truck, you know, a person, when they were drunk driving and stuff, man, they mangled the car, but then the person make it out without a scratch. You know, they make it out without a scratch and stuff, but it's amazing to me, man. I mean, they flip the equipment over. They show the picture and stuff, man. All right, this was the truck right here. I don't think I'm gonna get on no roller coaster and stuff. How did it feel? He should have opened the door and jumped. No, that, you know, that again, that's abandoning ship right there and stuff, man. He wanted to abandon ship. The truck's still going. The truck's still going and stuff, man. You know, there go some more guys up here posting. And stuff, talking about, you know, free to do, no, you know, cause them new cats think that they know everything. I can't tell how a cup of coffee and dinner don't. Well, you know, you let them tell it. You let the young people tell it. They say, well, a lot of us old school dudes and stuff, we ain't giving no information like that, or we can't be reached and all that stuff there. But most of the old cats I know and stuff got YouTube pages. They got YouTube pages, Instagram pages, and whatnot and stuff, and they always giving tidbits of information. But you know, they say, hey, look, you know, we ain't up here doing stuff like that. Yeah, people do anything for 5 minutes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you right and stuff. But see, you know, them 5 minutes, See, them 5 minutes and stuff will wind up costing that person their life. Them five minutes will wind up costing the person their life because everybody trying to be the biggest and oh man, I'm the biggest and the baddest that's out here and stuff, and then they run into the wrong person. They run into the wrong individual, and you know, this person over there mind their own business and stuff like that. Then they run up on somebody, and next thing you know, oh man, he was shooting at me, man. He was shooting. What's up with that? Why you gotta be a punk? You know, why you can't sit there and throw hands? Why is it you can't leave me alone? That's more simple than wanting to fight somebody, man. You gotta look for somebody to fight, man. You know, but then if you looking for somebody to fight, I say, man, you know, go to the ring or something like that, the MMA or the boxing ring. You can always find somebody to spar with in there and stuff, and you get paid for it. But you want to fight for free and stuff to try to entertain some people, and you ain't even got an entertainment apparatus on top of that. So you doing it all for free. You know, they don't even know how to get clout right. You know, for them 5 minutes. What you got? Yeah, let's see. You see how these cars challenge? They always man, always challenging us and stuff like that. But you know, we just gotta be a little bit better. Let's see, yeah, the information. Preacher, what's going on with you? We just talking about being captains of the ship. That's all. We just talking about being captains of the ship and stuff. And so understand that, you know, when you sit up in this driver's seat, that, you know, you putting your life on the line and stuff, and are you willing to give your life to save the lives of other people? Are you willing to give your life to save your life for other people and stuff? In other words, you know, a situation goes south and stuff, and so you got two options. Either take a chance with your life or take a chance with theirs. When you send your truck and stuff off a deadly ravine and stuff like that, or will you take your chances, run into people, and possibly kill them? What's the more, you know, because you look back in the day and stuff like that, truck drivers were they were real honorable and stuff. They're like, you know, hey man, this car lost control and stuff, and so he was about to have a head-on collision and stuff like that. So, you know, what the driver did and stuff, he drove his truck off the road and stuff, and the car missed him. But, you know, the driver wound up, you know, he wound up perishing in the accident and stuff, right? But at least, you know, what he did and stuff saved the lives of other people. You know, you hear them stories and stuff like that. Man, I mean, you know, it's sad and it's very unfortunate and stuff, man, but that's a real thing. And so, see, now it's like, man, well, you know, somebody get into an accident, they done killed a bunch of people and stuff like that. The driver's still alive, but, you know, and they get up here and brag about it and stuff, man. They talking about, you know, hey man, I had to do what I had to do. I'm gonna still be here. He should have got 1 to 3 on each count. That's fair. Hey, listen, like I was saying, look, he decided to take it to court. Do you think, okay, when you get charged with something, right? The district attorney, the prosecuting attorney is always willing to cut a deal. They'll cut a deal and stuff. Now, and it's probably something reasonable. It's probably something reasonable. But the problem is he decided to take it to court. Okay? So he put fate in his hands again. It's not, what's fair. What's fair and stuff. I'm pretty sure the prosecuting attorney told him, hey, look, this is the best I can do right here. I'm charging you with this, right? But if you plea out and stuff, then, you'll be charged with this, but, that's what it is. And so he decided to go to court and take his chances at trial with poor representation. People understand when you go to court, it doesn't matter. When you go to court, it doesn't matter what you charge with. It ain't got nothing to do, when you decide to go to trial, man, it could be something, it could be a petty crime. It could be a petty crime and stuff. But the prosecuting attorney tells you, if you go to court and you lose, then I'm going to be seeking the maximum. That's it. That's anything that you do. Anything. If you go to trial, your representation has to tell you with confidence that it's a good chance that we're going to win this thing. It's a real good chance we're going to win it. So if the prosecuting attorney isn't willing to play ball, right, then you go to trial. And then you put it in the hands of the jury. So if you got good representation, they're going to lay it on the line and stuff, and then they're going all the jury got to do is have if they got reasonable doubt, that's all they got to do. If they can plant reasonable doubt and stuff, man, and get you a mistrial or whatever and stuff. But see, the better your representation, your lawyers and stuff, they can speak the language of the courts. They understand this every single day. They practice this. This is why they tell you and stuff, the better the representation, the more you got to pay. The more you got to pay and stuff. So it's not about what's fair and what's not. It ain't about what's fair and what's not anymore. He decided to go to trial. He was convicted. He went to trial. He was found guilty by a jury of his peers. He was found guilty by a jury of his peers and stuff for all 42 counts. And so now it's up to the judge and stuff because of him being found guilty of the 42 counts. And he said, well, all right, so with the 42 counts, you got 26 of them being felonies. And in the state of Colorado, you got mandatory minimum sentences and stuff like that. So he had to consider that. You got 26. So they didn't even he probably cut him some slack. I mean, you got 42 cases and 26 felonies. You see what I'm saying? You got the man. He probably just got sentenced based upon. He got sentenced and stuff based upon the mandatory sentencing law, the mandatory minimum sentencing law. So most of the mandatory minimum sentencing, especially if it's a felony, is 5 years. It's 5 years and stuff. Somebody do five. Let's see. 5 times 26. Somebody do that for me real quick. 5 times 26. I can just do that in my head. Okay. 5 times 26 and stuff. So you got 30 carry to 3. You got 30 carry to 3 and stuff. 5 and 2 is 10. 5 and 2 is 10 and stuff. So that's 100. So that's 130 years right there. That's 130. So you got 120. He got 26. He got 26 felonies. He got 26 felonies, which carries a mandatory minimum sentence. All right, 130. Remember, he got convicted for 42 counts. 26 of them are felony. 26 felonies carry a mandatory minimum sentence and stuff. So they still cut him a deal. They still cut him a deal and stuff. So he was facing 100. So you got 130. You got 130 right there and stuff. So if he would have charged him with the max, and stuff, man, shoot, what are you looking at? You know? Yeah, 130. Yeah, we got it. 130. So what you got? Yeah, a bad lawyer can have you doing football numbers. Yeah, I mean, somebody wasn't talking to this guy and letting him know, okay, dude, hey, you going up in this courthouse now. It ain't got nothing. It ain't your representation got to do the talking for you, because they ain't interested. They are not interested in anything you got to say. You got to speak the language of the courts. You got to speak the language of the courts and stuff, man. It's a completely different ball game when you go in that courtroom. And folks got to understand that, man. When you go up in that courtroom, you are in a whole completely different world. And your representation is everything. Your representation is everything, man. And if you ain't got any, that's why they tell anybody to tell you, hey, look, dude, you better take the deal. You better take the deal, because your only choice is to go to trial. And if you convicted, right? If you convicted, then the prosecuting attorney has the power to sentence you to the maximum, whatever you get charged with, they can sentence you to the maximum. O.J. Simpson. The judge told him, even though he got his case overturned, the judge told him, if you take this thing to trial and you are convicted, I am going to sentence you to the max. That's why he had to do them that's why he was sentenced to 33 years on his first offense. The judge let him know that. If you don't understand how to speak the language of the courts and stuff, man, and that's all to it. You gotta convince these juries and stuff, man. And let me tell you something else about juries. Man, look. Y'all remember when I had jury duty and stuff, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, if something convinced me that I really, you gotta really be careful about what you do. Man, when I had jury duty, nobody wanted to be in there. Nobody, the whole time, everybody in there complaining. Everybody's in there complaining. Everybody's saying, man, dude, I don't want to be here. I want to be at work. I want to be somewhere else and stuff, man, except in this courtroom. Folk was in there and stuff, man. I was like, dude, I never want to be on the other side of this. I didn't get selected. I didn't get selected and stuff, man. That second day and stuff, man, I was out of there at 12 o'clock. They didn't even call me. But based upon the whole jury setup thing, you got a bunch of people that's in there. When your name got called, all I heard a bunch of, oh man, shoot, daggone it. That's all I heard. That's all I heard, man. Every time a person get caught, oh man. That's all I heard. I said, bruh, I said, man, whatever this case is and stuff, man, it's gonna be real bad for this dude. Cause the jury don't even want to nobody wants to be in there. Nobody wants to be in there and stuff. And so they told us, after that first day, okay, look, y'all, report back here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Oh man. All I heard, man, the whole time we was in there and stuff, people were just complaining. Man, I wish they gonna hurry up. How come the bailiff don't come in here and just let us go home? I'm telling you, for 9 straight hours, that's all. Dude, if you think being in that truck stop is bad, get selected for jury duty. get selected for jury. And the judge came in there and he said, man, look, ain't nobody getting out of jury duty. So I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what excuse is and stuff. Everybody that's here is gonna serve. Everybody. Nobody's going home. You can take your excuses and stuff like that and just send them wherever. Nobody's leaving. And he said it just like that and stuff. Ain't nobody leaving. You know, so if you think you got some kind of excuse or whatever and stuff, go on say it. And that's what you're dealing with. A bunch of folk that's coming in there and stuff, and they saying they'd rather be somewhere else and stuff, man, than in that court. So you know the fix is in right there and stuff, right? So imagine you get selected for the jury. Imagine you get selected for the jury and then you got to stay in the courtroom and they already saying they don't want to be in there. And now you got selected and then you got, they got to select 14 people. So you get 12 on the jury and you get 2 reserved. You get 2 reserved and stuff. And you got to be in there and stuff until that case is over. You got to sit there and you got to listen to it all day long. You know what I'm saying? So the fix is in right. The fix is in right there. You got to convince the jury and stuff without a reasonable doubt, right? Doesn't matter how good you lay the game down and stuff like that. It doesn't matter how good you lay the game down. That stuff is all on the jury. And number one, they don't want to be there. So you already know, okay, man, shoot, what did this dude do? What did he do? What did he do as to why I got to come in here and serve jury duty and do other stuff that I want to do? The fix is in, man. So I'm like, you know, you commit a crime and you go to trial and stuff. That's what you up against. That's what you up against. So I say I feel sorry. So you know that dude they weren't even trying to hear that. They weren't trying to hear it. All they heard, truck driver. 4 people got killed. This dude got 42 counts and got convicted on every single one. He got convicted on every single one of them. This thing, it was a slam dunk. It was a slam dunk and stuff. That's where all your convictions come from right there. The district attorney knows it. The district attorney knows it and stuff, man. And so they like, well, you know, so that's what they play with right there and stuff, man. Look, I'm gonna run the clock out as long as I can to get these people more and more pissed off. Cause everybody wanted to go home and stuff like that. You know, you got to leave, you got to report back. You got to leave, you got to report back. You got to be there at this certain time and stuff. You got to sit in there. You got to sit in there and stuff. You got to be instructed not to say nothing, not to talk about anything and stuff like that. You can't do nothing. You can't go nowhere. You can't, you know, you can only go to certain places and stuff, whatnot. That's it. This is what you telling folk and stuff, right? And then this is what you telling people and stuff like that. You don't get paid at work. You don't get fired, but you don't get paid either. You talking about just ordinary people that's going in here and stuff like that. And so, you know, we talk about, oh, the struggle ain't real and all that stuff there. You sitting in court for 2 weeks. You sitting in court for 2 weeks and stuff, and then this happened to be the week. This happened to be the week right here and stuff that you got to. You're gonna make some money because your rent due. You know what I'm saying? Hey, remember when I was going the week I was going on the week I got selected for jury duty and stuff, I was going to California. So you can imagine that was a blow for me. That was a blow for me and stuff. I got everything all set up. I'm like, all right, man. Okay, I'm about to go. I get a phone call and stuff from my stepson. He said, man, you got a jury summons. Like, what? You got a jury summons and stuff. Now I got to call my agent back and stuff again. Hey, listen, no, I can't go this week. you know, and you don't get that money to like when you get your jury duty money. I think it took them about 2 months. No, wait a minute, a little bit longer than that. I think it took about 4 months. No, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, it took about 5 months before I got my check, and I didn't even know it was at the house. 5 months and stuff, man. You got rent due next week. Oh, I got jury duty and stuff. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you got an eviction and stuff coming up too. You dealing with that stuff right there. Man, shoot, they're talking about, oh, I'm gonna go to court. Okay. Yeah, you know, yeah, they hate trucks. Yeah. They seen that stuff, man. They seen that stuff. They seen it. So that's the thing there. Anybody that's talking about that they should have went light on this dude and stuff, he did it to himself. He did it to himself because he didn't procure any kind of representation. And to the people that signed the petition, just understand something. If y'all really cared about this dude so much, if every one of y'all would have gave him $1 and stuff, he had $3 million. If everybody cared so much and stuff about him, you know, this happened back in 2017. If you was following it and you saying you cared about this dude so much, if you would have got this guy if every one of you that signed that petition would have put $1 up, he would have had $3 million worth of representation. He could have got the best lawyer in the land and beat that. He could have got the best lawyer in the world and stuff, man. Walk right on out with a technicality if people cared about him so much. Hey, don't boycott now. Don't boycott now and stuff because he decided to take the thing to trial. When he said, okay, you know what, I'm going to trial, people should have been, okay, who is his lawyer? That should have been the next question right there. Who is his lawyer? What did he get charged with? He got 48. This guy got 42 charges. Who is his lawyer? Okay, yeah. We need to put some money together. A GoFundMe. Oh, they were 219. Okay. But I'm saying, like, if people cared about him so much and stuff, right? Do it where it counts. Don't sit there and oh yeah, we about to boycott and all this stuff there. Hey, dude, the fate is sealed. It's sealed and stuff. Yeah, hey, you can boycott all you want to. You can get all the signed signatures and all that other stuff there. You can talk to the governor. It's a fake boycott. Yeah, it's a fake boycott. Talking about they about to shut down. They gonna shut down Colorado, right? They gonna shut down Colorado. Not while Calvin Leaks run over there. Not while Calvin go through there all the time and stuff, man. They ain't about to shut Colorado down. Not if he going over there. I'm sorry, Calvin, but you do run the West Coast too much. But look, this dude, man, that's it. I mean, the only thing, you know, they can hire a lawyer. They can hire a lawyer and try to get him out on appeal. They can get him out on appeal and stuff. And so I'm like, you know, it's a non-violent offense. It's a non-violent offense. But I'm just saying, he was convicted under the Mr. 100% top rope in. Hey, look, let me show y'all my truck. Let me show y'all my new truck. This guy over here driving it right quick. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all see this guy in my truck? He got my truck in my trailer over here. Yeah, that's my ride right. That's the next truck right there. I'm just letting them borrow it. I'm just letting them borrow it and stuff until, you know, we get, you know, I get the money and everything and stuff like that, and you know, whatnot. But you see what he doing? He kind of showing off and stuff like that. You know, he parked up here in front of me, just trying to show y'all the stuff what I'm working with right there and stuff. You know, y'all wonder what my next truck is. There it is right there. You know, he just test driving it You know, he doing the test and tune and stuff like that, making sure everything good. You know, he making sure everything good, and you know, he testing out my reefer unit back there and stuff, and making sure all my chicken lights work and all that good stuff there. Hold on, let me show y'all a good. Yeah, you know, there it is, right? I mean, it's blue right now and stuff, but I'm gonna paint it red. I'm painting it red and stuff. He just doing the test and tune and stuff, so you know, he doing my test and tune and stuff like that. So just let y'all know and stuff what you know what I'm what y'all up against now. You know, y'all saying like hey Rooster, where your truck at? You know, there it is right there. Hold on, I'm about to set this thing back up here. Okay, all right. So yeah, you know, just giving y'all a taste and stuff, right? Of what's to come. You know, yeah, all right, he pulling off on it now and everything. All right, you have a nice day, sir. You take care of my truck now. You know, going down the highway and stuff. I get something like that, I'm gonna have to be out there with Calvin and stuff. Hey man, I thought you don't run West Coast. Like, hey dude, the bank said yeah, I do run West Coast. The bank said I do all 48 states and Canada and Mexico. Bank said if I'm gonna keep this truck and stuff, that's what I better start doing. And you go ahead, add up everything else to your repertoire, guys. Ain't no more than East Coast stuff. You going everywhere, you hauling everything. We own you for the next 10 years. But let me quit playing. I'm just flexing, y'all. How them big sleepers make money? They you know, they make the money and stuff with them contracts. They make the money with them contracts and stuff, man. You know, hey, I mean, you see the only time he driving at night and stuff, he gotta do some ducking and dodging and stuff like that. I mean, you know, he can do just like everybody else. Thing is, they gotta catch you. You know, they gotta catch you, you know. Yeah, you know, I'm like, see, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. I'm gonna tell you the truth though. It was either between that truck and the house. It was either between the truck and the house and stuff. So I said, man, look, I got to get the house. Now that I am, you know, I am being honest about that. You know, it was either between that new truck and that house, and I was kind of back and forth with it and stuff. You know, I was talking to my brother about it, and I said, dude, I'm really thinking about getting one of these super sleepers and stuff like that. I'm out here all the time and stuff, right? And then, you know, this house came up and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, I got to be a little bit more realistic. I gotta be more realistic. I'm like, this dude, he cut me a heck of a deal on this house. So I said, all right, well, I ain't gonna run the road that much. You know, cause shoot, only thing you can do in that truck and stuff is sleep in it. You know, I'm a sleep a little better, and I'm a look a little better. Wait a minute, hold up. Somebody said something about the floor. No, I ain't get the floors done. He getting $10 a mile. No, I ain't do the floors and stuff. I missed. You know, I was supposed to go down there to Tampa, and the guy do good work, but I ain't about to wait all the way till March and stuff, right? Right. Yeah, so yeah, you know, they shout out to them. They do good work and stuff like. But I told him, I said, man, if I don't make it, when can you schedule me in and stuff? He told me March. He told me March 15th or something like that. I said, man, you know what? That's all right. That's all right and stuff. You keep the deposit though. What you gonna do anyway? I mean, but daggone, I had to wait 5 months and stuff like that, and I mean, I just couldn't get no load down there. So no, why the heck would I do that? Why the heck would I park this truck and do local? No, ain't no way. No, man, no. Heck no. No, that's cutting my own throat. Dude, I can do local. I can do local in this truck right here and stuff. All I got to say, look, I ain't going out North Carolina. They gonna get mad. They gonna get mad and stuff like that. But like, all right, well, dude, okay. They hook me up with some North Carolina people and stuff, and that's it. But no, I ain't about to park my truck to go drive somebody else's. No, them days are over. All this money I done saved up and stuff, man. I said I'll never do that again if I ain't got to. Driving somebody else's truck and stuff, and I got my credit and everything straight too. That's it for driving somebody else's stuff. Now, the banks maybe, the bank might own it, but they about the only people and stuff, man. That's it. No, driving somebody else's stuff. I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do, but man, if I ain't got to and stuff, man, dude. All this stuff I had to do to get my credit straight and all this money I had to save. Heck no, man. Alright, so we coming up on 82. If y'all got any questions for me and stuff, man, just go ahead and fire away. Something else. I'm gonna make a separate video and stuff about it, but I've been seeing a lot of people talk about they've been having issues, and this for you guys and stuff that got the Freightliner Cascadia. A lot of people been having issues with their SAM chassis, right? They've been having issues with their SAM chassis and stuff, and so you make good money. Yeah, okay. You can make good money doing, if you know what you're doing, you can make good money doing anything. You can make good money doing anything if you set yourself up right. But for you guys that got Freightliner Cascadias and stuff, right? People been talking about they've been having SAM chassis issues and stuff, and it happened to me. It actually happened to me the other day and stuff. And so, what happens is that your truck just cuts it. All the power and stuff on the truck cuts off, so you can't run the truck. It just shuts off, and you ain't got no lights or nothing. And when you turn the key, the lights will flash, like your inside and stuff will flash, and you'll have your four-ways and stuff on, right? And so what people would think is, all right, their SAM chassis done messed up, so they'll go buy another SAM chassis. They'll go buy another SAM chassis and get it wired back up and stuff, and that's supposed to fix the problem. So what's been going on with my truck and stuff, it actually happened. It actually happened when I got the surgery and stuff done, right? So if you got a Cascadia, then you're probably familiar with this switch right here. You're probably familiar with the switch right here and stuff, right? And so what this switch does, what this switch does and stuff, it just kills all the power and stuff on your truck. You know, if you gonna be away from your truck for a long period of time, it kills all the power and stuff, right? And you know, it saves your battery power and stuff. So what happens is sometimes this switch right here, this switch right here will go bad. This switch here will go bad and stuff. So what you got to do before you go spending money on a SAM chassis, right? My Freightliner is 13. It's 2013. So do a process of elimination. If your switch is bad, right, which most of the time this is what it's going to be. It's either going to be your switch or it's going to be your wire that runs to your switch. So what you do is, once you power up the truck, right, to know that you got a short in the wire or the switch, if the truck cranks up, disable the switch. Just take this disable the switch. Just take the it's a plug and play, right? So you just take the plug out, the truck will run. The truck will run and stuff. The only thing that you can't do anymore, you just ain't gonna have this switch right here, which you don't need anyway. You ain't got this switch no more. So what you do, you take the wire. So what you do, you take the wire and stuff and make sure that you put some electrical tape and stuff. If you got the switch that's on the inside of the truck, just keep the wire on the inside and put some electrical tape on and stuff like that, and you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go and stuff. So every now and again, your truck might shut off again. I ain't gonna say, well, it usually does it when your truck is sitting still. Your truck might shut, you know, if you kill, you know, you cut off the key and stuff like that, you try to crank it up, the lights and stuff will go flashing. The only thing you got to do is take this switch right here, take the switch, plug the switch up. What's gonna happen is the light inside the switch is gonna flash, and once it goes solid, right, you turn the switch on, you crank up the truck and stuff like that, and then you unplug the switch, and then you're good to go. So if that's the case right there, then that's all it's just your wire. So at some point in time and stuff, you get the wire and stuff changed. But that SAM chassis, they'll sell you a SAM chassis, but don't waste your time buying one if you don't need one. So that's what it is. It's usually this switch right here and stuff. And the people who have the most problems are the people who have this type of switch on the inside of the truck. You know, guys, they got them one or two ways. It's either inside the truck or it's outside the truck. You know, it's a metal one and stuff that's on the outside, but if it's on the outside, it got better wiring and stuff like that, so it's less likely for that to happen. But the people who have those issues are people who had a kill switch on the inside of the truck, and that's what that is there. But the first thing somebody say, well, it's your SAM chassis. So if you buy the SAM chassis, I believe that the wire that goes to your kill switch and stuff, that's new too. So you're replacing all of it. But you know, it's, you know, you do a process of elimination so that you ain't spending money on something that you don't need. So if you have a SAM chassis, oh yeah, and the truck doesn't give you no check engine light either. It's no fault code or nothing for it. So you know, there is a fault code for the switch though. There is a fault code for the switch and stuff, but when that switch, if the switch starts working, then the check engine light, well, you don't get a check engine light, you get an active fault. That's what you get. You get an active fault code. Yeah, the power distribution box on the firewall. But those things don't usually play out like that and stuff. It usually be the wire. It usually be the kill switch that go to the wire and stuff, because if you run your inverter, if you run anything straight to the battery, your truck will still work. Your truck will still work and stuff if you got anything running straight to the battery. So, you know, just check your switch, make sure your switch and stuff is straight. If it's giving you problems, unplug it. That's what my doctor told me, you know, when Cause mine used to happen when, you know, I started driving and stuff, and then it just yours was in the box. Okay, yeah. Usually, like I said, those switches, they do go bad, right? They do go bad. If you unplug, all thing you got to do is you cut it on, crank the truck up. Once the truck crank up, unplug the wire from the kill switch, and your truck will run forever. Hold on, let's see what you got. Sean Furman, greetings. Do you think that the DD15s are a million miles with proper maintenance? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They are million-mile engines and stuff like that. The only thing and stuff, the only thing that makes these post-emission trucks bad, the DD13, DD15, X15, the Max Force, the only thing that make post-emission trucks bad is the emission system. That's the only thing that make them bad, because if they came out with a law tomorrow and said that any truck over, if they say that, well, any truck over 5 years, right? If you got a truck over 5 years and your emission system failed, you can delete the truck. Everybody go get one tomorrow. Everybody will go get a post-emission truck tomorrow. If they came out with something like that, like I said, the only thing that make these trucks bad are the emission system. And the emission system is tied in. The emission system is tied in to your ECM, and so it's something that you can't ignore and stuff, right? But just like cancer, cancer either way the cells and stuff. And so if you kill the cancer, you save the body. So proper maintenance and stuff like that. You know, getting your oil changes. And stuff. I wouldn't really push my oil changes that much unless I'm running full synthetic. If you run full synthetic, then yeah, you kind of push the envelope a little bit. But you know, if you really want to keep the motor and stuff up, then just get it changed. Just get it changed every 15,000 miles. Get your oil changed every 15,000 miles. You know. Trucker Bill, what's going on, man? Everything cuts off when I was everything. Yeah, you'll be driving and stuff. Next to the truck just cut right off, and then it'll crank back, you know, and then it'll start back running. You know, you be riding and everything and stuff, then just everything cut. You ain't got no power, nothing, and then the truck will cut back on, and then when you get parked and stuff, the truck will just shut off. It'll just shut off and stuff. Like, man, what the world going on? Man, what the world's going on, man? It's the heat that kills the engine. No, it's the heat doesn't really do nothing. The only thing that gives off heat, is your emissions. Yeah, the only thing that gives off heat is the emissions and stuff, man. Your engine, your engine and stuff, man, it's gonna run. You know, if you keep the proper amount of coolant stuff in it, then it's gonna maintain and stuff. And so, the other thing about the post-emission trucks, they run with low conversion. So, you know, that's why when you walk past one in this island, it sounds like the truck ain't even running. You know, as opposed to a post-emission truck and stuff, you know, where, you know, when it's running, you can hear it. So kind of, it happened to me the other day and stuff. I was sitting there and stuff. I was at the pilot, and I went to go hit the interior light and stuff. I said, wait a minute, hold on, ain't nothing working. Like, what the world going on here and stuff? I said, oh man, no, oh god, no. Oh god. And then I went and found the switch and stuff, hooked it up, wait a few seconds. The light went solid, cranked the truck up, hooked this thing off, truck been running ever since. Dude said I had a hole in the pickup tube in the oil pan. That's the other thing and stuff, right? If you get low oil pressure and stuff like that, right? If you get low oil pressure and stuff like, that pickup tube, and it don't be the pickup tube, it usually be like the 24,000. Oh yeah, that's right. When your motor messed up. Y'all remember this stuff, y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, Rhode Island Red Rooster 22, Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. Y'all remember this stuff, I told y'all why I don't watch Kevin Samuels no more and stuff, right? With my superstitious tale, but what it is that the rubber gaskets that go in your oil pickup tubes and stuff, they wear out, and then they start to get space and stuff in them. The all new piston ring crank. Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, okay. What's your opinion on why so many complaints on Lone Mountain? You ended up with a good one. Okay, Lone Mountain, right? People go to Lone Mountain just because they think that Lone Mountain is just like going to Prime and Snyder and the rest of these places. They think Lone Mountain is a lease program and stuff, and it's not. When you go to Lone Mountain, when you buy a used truck, you got to come in with a plan. And so a lot of people don't have a plan. They just work, they got some money, they got the truck, and then when the truck break down and stuff, okay, I'm gonna just let Lone Mountain take care of it and stuff like that, because they say it is a lease, and Lone Mountain is just a financial institution. When you go to get a truck, you gotta have a plan. Okay. You gotta have a plan and stuff. You got the down payment. All right. The other problem with Lone Mountain is that people will go and get a truck, and then they'll take the truck and lease it on with a carrier that they don't know anything about. They don't know anything about them and stuff like that. A lot of people go to Landstar, and with Landstar, it's a bit of a wait period and stuff over there. You don't fill an application out with Landstar, and then they hire you okay, go to orientation next week. It's a whole process over there, right? And then once you go through the process, a lot of people don't understand what to do when they get there. And there's plenty of people up there that tell you about Landstar, but that's where the majority of people go at, and they ain't got no understanding on how things and stuff work over there, right? And then they start doing loads, and they don't know, and the daggone the broken stuff, they beating them up because they don't understand lane rates and stuff like that, and then they just wind up losing everything. They come out there, they don't make no money and stuff like that. It's okay, well, they don't make any money. So the problem I see with folk on the Lone Mountain, when they get a truck, they go and lease the truck on to a carrier they don't know anything about, and they ain't got no training, no nothing. Like when I went to Lone Mountain, and look, I was with Big Rock. I was with them for 5 years, so I understood what I was getting into. I understood how my money was coming, how consistently it was coming, so on and so forth. So I went with confidence, and I knew I just wanted a better truck than when I was in. I was in a Century class. I wanted a T6. I wanted a T660. Could have got the W900, but they said they were sold out and stuff. So I went on ahead and got this truck in and stuff. But when I went over there, I went with confidence. And I knew and just like I told him, I said, man, look, you know, when they take a picture of the truck, I said, well, yeah, go on take a picture of it because this is the last time you're going to see it. This is the last time you're going to see it. So the only conversation that me and Lone Mountain had was, you know, they would call me every now and again and stuff, and they'll want to update and stuff, you know, like, are you still with Big Rock and stuff, and, you know, and that was it. And so even with the truck breaking down and stuff like that, I did call them and stuff when I had that emission bill and stuff, and I just let them know and stuff and say, hey man, listen, this month payment is gonna be, I may have to wait till next week once the truck is fixed. So when they seen the bill, they were like, man, they waived it. They were like, dude, no, we can't expect, are you gonna get the truck fixed and stuff, right? So I said, yeah. You know, the truck is in the shop now and stuff, right? So when they seen the bill, they just waited. They're like, hey, look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll move the payment. We'll move the payment on the end because we can't expect you to pay all that money and then pay us too, because you gave us a heads up and stuff, right? So, you know, that was a bit of a help and stuff like that and stuff. But then, like I said, you know, the truck got fixed. I made the money, so I called them back and just told them, don't worry about it. Hey, look, we're, you know, let's see, do you find $20,000 to $30,000 a year in repair? Let's see, do you find $20,000 to $30,000 a year? No. Listen, if you paying $20,000 in repairs, no. You got, if you're doing that a year, you got some, I mean, a rebuild is $20,000, so that take care of all your issues. So you shouldn't have that much in repairs and stuff, man. That's especially if you financing the truck. If you financing the truck and you're talking about, all right, $20,000, so you got almost 50% of what the truck worth in repairs. So your business is just you focus on, I mean, I ain't gonna say you focus on failure, but your business is gonna fail because you got 50% of the value of the truck and stuff, man, in repairs, and then you're doing that every year. No, you shouldn't be doing that. Now you're gonna have issues that's gonna lead to catastrophic failure. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, a transmission rebuild, right? That's unavoidable if you're gonna keep the truck. Engine rebuild again, but you ain't getting the engine rebuild every year and stuff. You know, if you run the truck properly and stuff, then, you know, your next end frame, it depends on how you run the truck, really. You know, you're talking about what, the next 1,000,000 miles, right? So you talking about the next 1,000,000 miles and stuff. I done had the truck 4 years, and I got this truck at 480,000 and stuff, and I still ain't got 1,000,000 miles on this truck yet. So, you know, and I had, like I said, that's 4 years and stuff. So if I'm running this truck every 1,000,000, if I'm running the truck every 1,000,000 and stuff, and then doing the stuff I'm supposed to be doing, you shouldn't even be touching the engine and stuff for you know, for end frame work and stuff for what, 8 years? 8, maybe 9. But, you know, again, it just depends on how you run. If you running heavy haul and stuff like that, then yeah, you probably gonna have to go into your engine a little bit more often. If you turn up the horsepower, you got the you know, if you got the motor and stuff boiled out or whatever, then yeah, you gotta what did Brandon get timed out for? What did Brandon get timed out for? Brandon is a moderator. Oh, wait a minute. My bad, Brandon. I read that wrong, Brandon. I'm sorry. I thought you had got time now. I was finna say, hold up, Brandon, what you get time? Who did that? But yeah. It's all on how you run your truck, all on where you go with your truck and stuff like that. You know, if you you know, oh, you timed the troll out. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I thought you got time now. I'm finna say, who the heck did that? All right, so good looking, Brandon. But yeah, you know, yeah, that's real excessive, man. That's real excessive. Unless you're doing some I mean, you talking about doing some heavy modifications. You know, if you spending $20,000-$30,000 a year, then you turn that truck into a showroom truck. You turn it. I'm talking about, man. I mean, you just, you know, that's too excessive. Yeah, you doing $240,000. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you shouldn't be spending that. You shouldn't be spending that amount of money every year. It might be a year or two where you might have to spend that type of money and stuff. I mean, I'm trying to think. This year, yeah, I'm probably at about 20,000 this year. I'm probably about 20,000 this year and stuff. But you know, this was the year and stuff where everything had to be changed. You know, the transmission, the tires, brakes, that sort of thing there. So these guys that are trading their trucks at 500,000 miles, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You see, it's variables to this, right? Now, let's just say you the type of person that got to have, some people got to have new trucks, right? They keep the truck a certain amount of time and then they trade it in and they get something else. They trade the truck in and they get something else, right? The truck get 500,000 miles. Okay, I'm gonna trade the truck, I'm gonna get something else, right? Okay, if you that type of person and stuff, if you that type of person, and there's people out here that's like that. They just, hey, look, they gotta have a new truck. Yeah, okay, that's the other thing. If you get a truck and it's post-emission, it's a post-emission truck, you got 5 years. You got 5 years. And after 5 years, that emissions start to give you a problem, right? And so you either gonna fix the emission issue or you're gonna trade it in. So let's just say you work for a carrier that you got to do all 48 states, like Prime, for instance. Let's just say you at Prime. Now, Prime can fix all your emission issues. So as long as you leased on with Prime, you good. So now, what do? I can either fix it, or I can let it go. So you got people who, after the truck gets so many miles and stuff on it, or so many years, they'll trade it and get something else. And then you got some folk that just say, man, I'm gonna just keep my truck forever. So 500,000, that's kind of the deciding factor on whether you're gonna invest in the truck or whether you're gonna trade it in. And so you got two types. Some people decide to keep the truck. Some people decide to trade them in. You know, if you got a post-emission truck, and you know what to do and how to run it, and you know ain't nobody gonna be bothered, then yeah, okay, you go and do what you gotta do and you keep the truck. Some people got to go to. Some people just got to go to California. They absolutely cannot live. They cannot live without going over there to California. I ain't say West Coast. I just said California. So if you got to go to California, then yeah, it's best to go and let the truck go and get you another brand new truck. So, you know, it can go either way. No, it won't do it again. It won't do it again and stuff. In fact, okay, a lot of guys ignore that low oil pressure, right? Because the Facebook group I'm in and stuff, I get a lot of people and stuff that be saying, "Hey man, listen, is this oil pressure what it's supposed to be at and stuff?" And they'll be like at let's see, this 50, so that's 25, 50. So they'll be like at 15. They'll be at 15 psi, right? While the truck is idling and stuff. That means your oil pressure too low. And so, with you having low oil pressure and stuff, that means that your gaskets, the rubber bushes, the rubber bushes on your oil pickup tube and stuff, they wearing out. But because you got low oil, because the truck's still running and the truck ain't shut down, right? People are still running, thinking that everything and stuff is good. And so, you know, what happens is when that, you know, you're supposed to constantly have oil and stuff coming in there. But, you know, what you not getting it in there and stuff, you know, the truck is supposed to shut itself down, right? When your oil pressure is too low, but sometimes it just don't catch it. And then the damage is done. And so now you got a great big old mess. So, you know, when your oil pressure is low, drop the oil pan, get you a get the gaskets. Yeah, the suction manifold, yeah. Just buy you a whole suction manifold, right? And it'll come with the rubber bushes and everything to put on the oil tubes. And then you just get them changed and stuff, take the old manifold out, put the new one in. And the reason why I recommend that, because the oil manifold has some gaskets and stuff in there too. They do sell it separately, but it's best to just go in and change. It don't cost a lot of money. It's like, I got my whole thing done for like, how much mine cost? With everything and stuff, I think it costs about $1,000, right? Because you got to get an oil change and stuff too. So, you know, when they drop the pan, I got a new gasket, you know, oil pan gasket, the oil suction pickup, the oil suction manifold, the bushes and stuff like that, and the fresh oil change. And so that ran me about $1,000. And it's not I mean, you can actually do the repair yourself. That's how easy it is. You can do it yourself and stuff, you know. My thing, I just ain't, well, you know what? I take that back. When you drop the oil pan, that's the hardest thing about the job, when you drop the oil pan, because you gotta kinda jack the truck up a little bit. You gotta kinda jack the truck up a little bit, because where the oil pan sits, you gotta take the whole oil pan out, and it gets caught right under the what is that thing under there? I'll think of it in a minute and stuff, but it gets caught under that, and if the truck isn't jacked up, you can't move the pan. But once you move the pan and stuff, that's it, you know. Just you take the you can check the main bearings and stuff like that while the oil pan is down too. So yeah. In fact, when you get all that changed, that's what they supposed to be doing anyway. They supposed to be checking to make sure ain't no damage or nothing like that and stuff. And so You know, when you look at your oil, you know, you look at your oil pan, you ain't got no metal flunk, no metal flakes or nothing in there and stuff like so, you know. But yeah, that's a good chance. That's a good time to check it. That's a real good time to check it right there and stuff. So, you know, but yeah. So that's what that is there and stuff. So, you know, it's the little things. It's the little things and stuff that help you with the big things, you know, help you with the big things and stuff. So, you know, yeah, the axle beam, yeah. Yeah, it get caught right. If you ain't got the truck jacked up, that's what it'll get caught on and stuff. And then it's like, oh man, do I do oil samples? No, I don't do oil samples. Reason why I don't do oil samples is because I don't trust the people and stuff that I sent it to. And I did, you know, I did some research and stuff before, right? I done some research before just to see how reliable and stuff it is. And to me, it's not very reliable. That's why I don't do oil samples. I don't do oil samples. I don't trust them because, you know, the people I sent it to and stuff, you know, just to check and see if they was on the up and up and stuff, man. And, you know, and stuff I know I did. And stuff I know I did and stuff. And then they come back and they, oh, well, you know, you got this type of contaminant and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. Yeah, right. How can I have this type of contaminant and stuff, you know, and I already know the condition of the motor. I already know the condition of the motor and stuff, so, you know, I did too much stuff in a car to know that it's not very reliable. It's not very reliable and stuff, man. So I don't trust oil samples. You know, that's just like oil samples, just like going to Jiffy Lube and stuff. You know, they tell you a whole bunch of stuff that they recommend, right? Like, yeah, you better go get this chain because you got this many miles and stuff on your car, and well, you got so much on your motor, so much on your transmission, and ain't nothing really wrong with it, you know. But they scaring you because, oh man, shoot, yeah, they said they found this or whatever and stuff. I'm like, how'd you come up with that finding there and stuff? Oh, it's magic. It's magic and stuff, man. We take this magic wand and just, you know, and throw a couple things and stuff in there, you know, and there it is, right? So now I won't waste my time. I ain't gonna say I won't waste my time, but I'm just saying if you can find someone that's good, if you can find someone that's good that can do it, and they're pretty reputable about their work and stuff, but I mean, you know, yeah, so yeah, them all samples, they just if you go solely on them and stuff, man, cause you know, here's the thing. If you know anybody that race cars and stuff, they know they don't go on oil samples. They don't go on oil samples and stuff, but they do test and tunes all the time. You know, they do test and tunes all the time and stuff. So it's just, you know, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Well, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude and stuff. You know, Calvin, if you still up here and everything, you know, it's cold. It's cold over here in New Jersey, but that's it. It's just cold. Ain't no snow, ain't no ice, ain't no snow or no ice or nothing. You know, there's a little bit of water on the ground and stuff, but you know, the water's still water over here. You know, none of the high winds and stuff over here. You know. You still gonna have to sit, you know, you still gonna have to sit about 10, 15 hours to get unloaded, right? But you know, you ain't got to worry about the snow, the snow and ice catching you and everything, so when you wake up, you just gonna wake up disappointed. But you ain't gonna wake up disappointed, and you're gonna wake up disappointed a little bit, like, oh man, God, you're disappointed and stuck. Oh, you in Harrisonburg? You in Harrisonburg? Okay. All right. For you to run, I'm gonna tell you, Brandon, for you to run the East Coast, man, we gonna catch up one day. You gonna send a message and stuff, and I'm gonna be in the same area and everything. We go ahead and but yeah, so shout out Calvin off the top rope and stuff. You see, the thing is, if you get on the top rope over here, you ain't got to worry about slipping and falling off. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we had a very safe elevation. It's not very windy over here. Hold on, what you got, Army guy? See, I think it was too late because I had the rocker box done at Doggy in Arkansas I-40 a year ago. I don't trust them now because they dropped the pan, changed the rings, and checked for metal. Oh, okay, yeah. It's freezing in York, PA, yeah, because the elevation is, but see, the thing is, it's freezing, right? But it ain't snowing. It's not snowing and stuff, right? So when you wake up in the morning, the ground is gonna be a little hard, a little bit of Jack Frost and stuff out there, but that's about it. See, when Kyler wakes up in the morning, he got to worry and stuff, man. Is it gonna have is he gonna have 3 feet of snow or 30 feet of snow? See, that's the thing there and stuff. You gotta make sure he's parked in a good area. He gotta have his chains and stuff at the ready. And you gotta have those chains and stuff because he loved to run the West Coast so much, He gotta run the West Coast so much and stuff, man. So see, that's what he got to worry about when he get up in the morning, man. Did it snow 3 feet or 30 feet? On top of the fact, I mean, they still gonna pay him the money now. They still gonna get paid the money. That's why he over there. It's just, his day is just gonna be a little bit slower than the rest of us and stuff. That's all. I mean, we get to drive at normal speeds, at normal conditions, and he gonna have to drive his truck at 5, 10 miles an hour and stuff like that, because of the condition. But he has no plan. He has no plans of giving it up, man. I mean, okay, so he ain't gonna give it up. He ain't got to, but I mean, it is December, right? And January rolling in and stuff like that. So for the next 3 months and stuff at least, that's what he got to worry about when he go to sleep. When I wake up in the morning, how much snow gonna be on the ground? Cause it might be a little, it might be a lot. But the thing is, there's definitely gonna be some snow there. So I mean, at least until he get down to Arizona. When he get to Arizona, he all right. He get to Arizona, he all right. Run Texas. He run Texas and stuff like that. He'll be okay. That's right. East Coast, all day, every day. But fellas, leave you on this note right here and stuff, man. Like I said, all of us are captains of our vessels. We're the captains of our vessels. And so don't think for a second that you're not going to be put in a position to where you're going to have to make some choices and stuff that you ain't going to like. It comes with the territory. That's what it is. That's just the unspoken thing out here in trucking. Nobody likes it, but it's a part of the job. And so I'm hoping that a lot of you guys and stuff, man, I hope that, number one, that you never, ever put in a situation like that. But if you are, I hope that you do the honorable thing and stuff and be an honorable captain instead of a ruthless one. And so I'm gonna go end on that right there. So y'all follow me on Instagram, Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You ain't doing anything else and stuff. Don't y'all want to learn about Freightliner Cascadians? Heck yeah, y'all want to learn about Freightliner Cascadians. I'm always posting stuff up there. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. Also, everything and stuff is we're back on normal operating schedules and stuff now. So if you guys want to hit me up, and stuff, text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff, and then we'll set up a time that we can go into constructive dialogue. Like I said, everything and stuff is straight now. To where I'm not super busy and stuff like that. As you can see, I did live yesterday, I did live today, so we're getting back to the normal operating procedure and stuff like that. So you'll see more of me, you'll hear more of me. Like I said, feel free to hit me up. My contact information is on my YouTube page. And stuff. Make sure, get the number off there and stuff. Text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff. I'll text you back, let you know when I can hit you back and stuff like that. We'll go in constructive dialogue and stuff that way. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, my name is the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. And as always, continue to do your research, fact-finding studies, harness on your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy. Peace out.